Crowdfundings like Kickstarter are an ideal platform for new game developers of board games and card games to develop a nice board game. When they're funded and they create a lot of money, they have the opportunity to create the game they want and the backers deserve. But when they're funded and they're harder to manage, they crash and the backers stay behind with a loss.
So, you're coming to me for advice on how to be a successful space lane trader. Okay, well listen, rookie. Ease into it. Do a few safe and easy cargo rounds in low security and see the sights. Make a bit of name for yourself and fix up that ship of yours. Then we can talk about making money. Just keep one eye on the market demands. Everyone knows that without a trade permit, the Terran Federal Logistical Service would be on your back. But if you're feeling cheeky, you can take your goods to the market brokers. They don't care much about permits. Don't think this will be easy. You ain't the only one trying to make it out there. It's a cutthroat competition. You're gonna get in a scrap a few. Risky, yes, but possibly profitable. Now, get out there, Captain, and stay on the space lanes.
Space Lone Traders got from me a 5 out of 10 and the 5th spot. Why it lost some points? Because it was not yet fully backed yet, but also the stretch goals were not there. So there were no stretch goals to go to, and that's why it got this grade. The intro movie was very well done. It was nicely, it was some gameplay shown in it, and also the gameplay looked very cool. It's not something not yet done before, but it's something with a promise. That together with the overall design that got also good points from me, it got its 5th spot and a shout out, well deserved. Mid stretch goals, and if it was backed already, it would have ended up much higher on the list.
My name is Joth, and I've created a cheeky new strategy card game called Heroes and Wizards, where players race to build an adventuring dream team of the kingdom's most legendary heroes by swapping and stealing them from other players. There's a heap of tropey heroes to collect, a bunch of powerful wizards, and mischief-making event cards that help your dungeon-crawling party prepare for their epic quest. The aim of the game is simple. Build a party of heroes who all share the same heroic skills. You can collect a team of magic wielders, or a band of strong thugs, or you can strategically change your goal halfway through the game if another player steals all the heroes you need. Once your party is ready for adventure, you'll then need an elusive quest card to lock down victory. Heroes and Wizards gives a light-hearted and family-friendly twist to the fantasy role-playing genre. But its interactive gameplay leaves plenty of room for tense competition and treachery too, which truly makes it a winning addition to any game night or social gathering, no matter the skill level. This card game will be the 3rd game I have launched on Kickstarter after a huge amount of feedback on how effortlessly fun my games are. But I still need your support to keep my game business growing. So help me to make even more games like this by backing this project, and get yourself a box or two of this super cool game as you do.
So Heroes and Wizards got from me the 4th spot, and this with 6 out of 10. It lost also some points because I thought stretch goals were not that good. Gameplay was very simple, very well received. Intro movie as well was nicely done, but it showed gameplay, it showed what it was. It's fully backed. The overall design was a little less. It's a simple card game, but because of the gameplay and that it was completely backed, and it gives a lovely family game in this genre, it got for me a nice 4th spot with the well-deserved points.
There is a place in Lifton Town where only the bravest adventurers go. Seeking for riches and glory, these heroes delve deep into the famous Tunjin to make their dreams come true. But now, the Tunjin has become insanely furious and has created terrifying vermin and monstrous bosses that annihilate any adventurer who ventures into it. Now, if you want to get out of the Tunjin alive, you must get the best items for sale available in the Merchant Goblin's Pawn Shop to help you make your way through the deadly rooms of the Tunjin and finally defeat the monster boss to become the greatest adventurers ever and take the great treasure of the Tunjin with you.
The 3rd spot goes to Tunjin. Tunjin is a nice game, 6.5. It's a little bit similar as the previous game. It's also dungeon crawler minded, but it's more all design is complete. It has a different design, it's goofy, it's well received, and with that it got for me this point. It lost a lot of points because it was not fully backed yet. Why this place? If it was backed, it probably jumped up 1 spot, but it got a nice feeling out of it. Simple gameplay for everyone, easy to start. Intro movie was spot on, fitted completely with the game, and on that case it got this 6.5 and the 3rd spot well earned.
In the bright autumn forest, the territorial squirrels are on the hunt for nuts. Nut Hunt is a fast-paced squirrel placement game where 1 to 5 players battle for control of the forest. Forage for nuts, recruit squirrels, and build nests to expand your territory and meet your goals. But beware, the wily fox roams the forest, scattering squirrels and breaking up territory. Clever squirrels, however, know how to use the fox to their advantage by scattering their rivals' critters, or even by sending it after their own team to chase them into hard-to-reach areas. Once 3 squirrels gather in the same place, a nest is formed. This is important, for placing your 4th nest ends the game. Earn points for completed objectives, lose points for failed objectives, and become the squirrel champion of the forest. Explore the ever-changing forest, forage for nuts, recruit squirrels, and hassle the fox. Join the hunt in Nut Hunt.
Spot number 2 goes to the Nut Hunt. Its overall design was very nice, everything fitted well together, everything was well thought about, the movie was nice, it was engaging, it's completely backed and almost completely backed, and the gameplay was very clear. It's a family game. It had some stretch goals, were not the best stretch goals, that's why it didn't got the 1st spot, but it is nice, it's clean and sleek, and I think this game will also get a retail version if it goes well, so that's why it got also this 2nd spot. So let it not go away if it doesn't get a retail version, that you don't miss out on it.
At the turn of the 20th century, mankind's aspirations to touch the clouds reached new heights. In First in Flight, you take on the role of an early aviation pioneer as you race to achieve heavier-than-air flight. Choose from a cast of legendary pilots and inventors, such as the Wright brothers, Bessie Coleman, and Therese Peltier, each of whom will give you special abilities to help you soar over the competition. carefully navigate the central board to learn new skills, research new technologies, and upgrade your flyer. When you're ready to fly, shuffle your deck and take to the skies. The game's blackjack-style push-your-luck flight system simulates the thrills of early aviation. Draw as many flight cards as you dare without encountering design flaws. One by one, each flight card you reveal and upgrade you've earned will improve your flight distance. Play it safe to avoid complications, or keep going to reach new distances. But watch out, if you reveal too many design flaws, you might just go down in flames. There are many ways to improve your flight. Build up an arsenal of upgrades and pilot abilities, go slow and steady, or risk it big for greater distance flight cards. But the more of these you add to your flight deck, the more design flaws your flyer accumulates. At the end of 4 rounds, or once a player has flown a distance of 36, the game ends and the aviator with the longest flight record will claim the glory. With a great deal of ingenuity and a dash of luck, you might just be first in flight. Our team has successfully kickstarted several science and history-based games, and we are now proud to present you First in Flight, the new game from Ben Rossett and Matthew O'Malley, the award-winning designers of The Search for Planet X. Back this project today to give this game a safe landing on your table.
And spot 1 goes to First in Flight. Why? First of all, because it uses some mechanisms that not earlier has been seen in a lot of board games. With the blackjack game version, it has some stretch goals, not the biggest ones, but it's not such a big issue here. Gameplay looked very nice because it's quite original. It's completely backed. The movie was a little slower, but it got some traction, so that's why I kept looking into it. Overall design was nice, it's complete, it has some extras, and that's why now First in Flight got the first spot. Maybe someone had the option to pull it from his throne, but it's a well-earned first spot. This was top 5 Kickstarters, and this was my opinion on these Kickstarters, but be sure check them yourself what you find about it. Put it in the comments down below. What's your top 5 of at the moment the Kickstarters live? These are still live for around 14 days, and every 14 days I will review again some Kickstarters and give you my opinion on what I think the best Kickstarters are. So if you like this content, press the like button, press the subscribe button, and check out in 2 weeks what we have to offer. Other content is also, of course, on this channel.